G'day fellas, and welcome to a Ghasted game. Spawning in on the east side of the map, playing as the Delhi Sultanate in the color purple. We've got Fei Chan. And on the west side of the map in the color teal, playing as the Mongols, it's Snooper. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to French Pass. We're back here once again. It's finally back after... well, it's been a long time, hasn't it? And it's been a long time since we've seen French Pass, but it's actually here. It did make it onto the competitive circuit. I think it was back in Golden League when they did change up a couple of things. But you do still get some pretty scary spawns. Imagine this one playing against China on a map like this. One wall here, one wall here. Well, I don't have to worry about my south flank, do I? By the same token, up towards the north, another wall right here. Another wall here. Another wall there. There you go. I'm walled off. Don't worry about me, boys. Take a look over on the other side of the map, though. Fei Chan's got a different story going. It's a big wall that's going to be needed to block that one out. The south side, though, not so much. So I feel like there's still got a little bit of work to do. Maybe avoid blocking the choke points with forests, that sort of thing. Sometimes they put the forest in the middle of the map. Kind of restricts the flow of units through here. But overall, it's much better than what it used to be. I'm sure you guys will remember the old French Pass. Oh, geez, the old French Pass. Sometimes you'd get little pathways through the middle here like this. I remember playing like an hour-long game against China. I was playing as the Mongols. It was against one of the devs, actually, in the beta. My lord, that was a slugfest. Don't see that kind of thing anymore, though. Not on a map like this. It's much more fast-paced now that they've opened it up. So let's talk a little bit about this matchup. Obviously, we got the Mongols. We got the Delhi. What do we expect to happen? Well, the Delhi are going to do their normal thing. Come out, take the sacred sites, try and force the enemy to lose the game while they retain their sacred sites. The question is going to be whether that can happen. And I think by the same token, the question for me is whether Snooper is going to be bothering to trade at all. This map is interesting in that it has 4 trading posts on it. Every single corner of the map has got a trading post. That might not seem like a big deal, but it gives you a lot of flexibility in where you decide to trade. You might decide to... I mean, the most common place that you're going to be trading is obviously along your back line. But if you do take control of this south side, you can always look to trade down here as an option. There's also a market trick that you can do. I'm not going to tell you guys about it, but I just want you to know it is a major exploit. And you can do it on this map. But we do see the silver tree is coming through. I probably shouldn't have said that. I've said too much. It's a Simpsons reference. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. Now everyone's going to be trying to work out over time what it is. Do I tell you guys what the trade exploit is? Like, it's actually kind of crazy, right? Okay, so you guys know the trade trick. Okay, you know how the trade trick works, where we take the silver tree and or we just make some markets. Okay, we make 10 markets down here. Or we make 1 market up here. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to tell all these markets to set their home trade market, or their home market, to this one. So we just do that by right-clicking, and then we're going to shift right-click on this trade post here. And what that's going to do is it's going to make all the traders pop out around this trading post, and then they're going to collect their gold, then they're going to come over to this side. But you want to know something? There's another trick. There's another level to it. Where, on the rare occasion where you have double-sided trading posts like this, you can actually get double the efficiency of your traders. Single market here. Single market here. Keep all your traders together. And as soon as they drop off the gold here, you're going to change their home market to this one in the corner. And then, from there, you're going to tell all your traders to collect gold at this trade post. They're going to come up, they're going to drop their gold off in this market, and then you're going to set their home market back down here. And then you're going to click this trade post. They're going to run all the way back across the market, or across the map, rather, and hand in at this corner. So I don't know if that's considered an exploit, or whether that's just considered a quote-unquote game mechanic, but it is incredibly powerful. Age up's now coming through. Archery range going to be coming in for Snooper. Do expect to see Mangadai out from him. Actually, will we see Mangadai? We might just see archers. Probably Mangadai. I mean, on a map like this, maybe Mangadai aren't that efficient. It's not a very open map. Age up coming through for Fei Chan. Gonna be looking to open with a stable. No surprise there with the Dome of the Faith opening. Typically, if you're going for a stable opening, you'll opt for a Dome of the Faith. Whereas if you're playing more infantry-based, We'll look for something like the Tower of Victory. Just see the scouts heading out across the map. Faye looking for a bit of an idea as to what Snoop is up to. Also going to be dropping down an archery range. So just keeping it real at the moment. Everything looking pretty standard. Keep in mind both of these players Conqueror 3. Two of the best players in the world. Definitely very solid. And we do see the Snooper, boy. Snooper, we gotta talk about your trade aspirations, my friend, because this is not cricket. At the very least, we should be trading to this corner. At the very least, we should be trading to this corner. But maybe Snooper has he not discovered it yet? He has. He knows. I don't know what's going on for Snooper right now. But the Mongol trade getting out of hand. We see him switching. I don't know what the silver tree, what the go there was. I think he wants to just. Does he want it? He wants to do another stack of double traders, and then I think he's going to the corner. That's probably the play. There's 3 traders out at the moment. Technically 4. Apparently there's a 4th trader somewhere. 2, 3. Oh, there's the 4th one. The double's about to come in right now. Remember, it's only 90 resources for the silver tree. Probably the best landmark that there is for trade. Honestly, if you could pick one landmark and they're like, okay, you get one trade landmark in the commerce age, what do you pick? I'd choose the Chamber of Commerce. I'm just kidding. Oh, God, what a terrible fucking landmark. Look at this. Look at this, all right? Chamber of Commerce, it acts as a market and you get 25% more resources. Silver Tree acts as a market and also it reduces the cost of gold on traders by 50%. And also increases the production speed by 50%. Also acts as a market. Also gets double production from the Uvu. Also can move. Also is an absolute Giga Chad landmark. Look at that bad boy. Look, what are you even playing on the top? Is that a clarinet? I don't know. That's not a clarinet. That's like an old school piece of tree. Like, it's something. I've got no idea. I'm terrible with instruments, and we can see the archers getting shredded here. So Snooper's opening, going into the Magadai. Working out pretty well here. Fei Chan yet to build up a solid number of units. We start to see the outpost coming up, so I think Snooper just maybe playing it safe at the moment. Maybe that's what he's thinking. Maybe that's what he's getting at, but hold on a minute. Snooper, Snooper, what are you doing? Why did you put a market here, Snooper? Oh my God, Snooper. Oh, Snooper, I don't know what you're doing. Is this Snooper's first game trading? I think it might be Snooper's first game trading. Why did you make a market there, Snooper? Why here? I'm very curious, Snooper. I mean, I get it, right? Like, it's a bit safer, but I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, you got Magadai here. They're doing a pretty good job raiding. By the same token, you could be defending your own line. Scholars coming in. 8-minute mark here. Expect to see. Where's Sanctity? Sanctity should already be in. Faye, why don't I hear those sacred sites ding ding donging just yet? Where the Scholars at? Where the Hood at? Swiftness coming through. Rather, all-seeing eye coming through. Swiftness will be in age 3. These Scholars gotta get out there. Get out there, Faye. Start taking those sacred sites. You want to hear those dings donging immediately. But I guess it's one of those things you got to be careful of, right? Playing up against the Magadai. Very mobile. 1.62 movement speed. Maybe you just get run down. Dude, how do they do that throat singing? That is so impressive, man. All right, if you don't appreciate throat singing, try to throat sing right now. Wherever you are, whether you're on the toilet watching this, whether you're having breakfast, I don't care if you got cereal in your mouth, try it. It's hard. It's hard. I got mad respect for those guys. Those guys are doing work. Speaking of doing work right now, look at Snooper. Getting back over to the other side of the map. Outpost coming up across the whole way. We do see the silver tree moving out. It's like a Power Ranger right now rolling out. Where is it rolling, though? It's rolling down here to the south side. Sacred site's being captured. Finally. 9 minutes. Better late than never. We did see a salami game where he started capturing them at like 7 minutes and 20 seconds. I don't know how he did it. Madman must have made millions of scholars. Good position here on the silver tree, though. Right up against the edge of the map. Exactly where you want it to be. I just don't know what kind of trade route Snooper's running. That's the big thing for me, because... Did he add... Is this a new market? No, this is the same old market as before. Still doing this one. Sacred Site coming through now. Sacred Victory, rather. And Magadai just going to come up. Attack speed arrow thrown down. He can just stand and fight. He doesn't even mind. He'll stand on the Sacred Site. He'll fight you. He'll man fight you. And all the units here just going to go down. Faye trying to hold on to this Sacred Site. We do see reinforcements coming through, but it looks like she's going to fall back with them for now. Towards the north. Only a couple of archers walling this one up, so definitely the wrong site to go to, but Snooper's still going to take it. And now begin the neutralization process. Stopping at 9 minutes 33. Traders going down towards the Mongol base. First of the Mangudai making their way back here. He's lost 2 traders so far. Looks like he actually cleans up, or she cleans up sacred site on that south side. So she's going to hold. That sacred victory is going to continue approaching. The consequence of that raid is that the sacred site does remain in power. So very well done there by Faye. Now remember, Mongols has been nerfed. For anybody wondering, now it takes 20 seconds longer to get your sheep. So Snooper might have to start adjusting a little bit more to that nerf. We do see now the market moving towards the north. You know what? He's playing the Mongols, right? Like, it's okay, right? Like, it's fine for him to put that market where he did. Never mind. Snooper's first game trading? No, it's not. Snooper, all the way to the edge, Snooper. All the way to the edge. Don't do me like this, Snooper. Come on. Snooper. All the way to the edge. Not here. So for anybody wondering, the difference between here and the edge is like 10 gold a trip. Which obviously is quite a significant amount of efficiency. Horseman coming out there, and I do like this comp actually coming out from Snooper. Horseman together with Mangudai. It's a brutal combination. Because the only thing that will beat Mangudai at the moment are mass archers, and obviously horsemen do very well against that. But a little bit of a horseman raid coming through. Faye trying to stop this big Mongol trading session coming through. 165 gold, not too bad for Snooper there. A little bit slow to expand, and now Faye on the push. Getting to make it out with a couple of scholars in hand. Now, I would be expecting that Faye might be looking for a castle age sooner rather than later, but we'll have to think about that later because she's going to get cleaned up in the center here. So many units here for Snooper. Where are Faye's units? Is she spread out? What's going on? Oh, there they are from downtown. Look at the horsemen coming in, one-shotting the first of the the first of the Mangudai. Second Mangudai get eviscerated. Look at that, so much damage coming out. Beautiful job from Faye, reading that situation perfectly. Sacrificed a few units. The consequence of that was that she could clean up all those Mangudai there. So getting some great value for the horsemen. Walls have started to come up as well across the entirety of the northern bridge. Northern land bridge, I guess we could call it. Northern passage. Snooper at the same time might be thinking about going for castle himself. How many traders are we talking? We're talking 9 traders at the moment. 2 of which... No, Snooper, no. No, Snooper, not like this. Snooper, please. Snooper, don't do me like this, Snooper. It's one man. And is that what I think it is? Oh, it's an Uvu being depleted. Never mind. Dude, the Uvu sound being built is the same as a landmark being built. Can we change that? Can we get a dedicated sound for the Uvu? Or just... why does it need a sound, let alone a landmark sound? That is so off-putting. Trader's still strong. He's fixed it up. I think he's fixed it up. He's fixed it up. The Snoop Dogg arises from his slumber. He's out of the doghouse now. Numbers here looking good for him, though. Able to chase away these horsemen. Where's the age up from Faye? Is Faye not going for a castle age play here? Is she playing 100% feudal? This is unheard of. At least for the last 6 months as Delhi. I mean, almost all... No, I'm gonna go further than that, right? Like Genesis, we saw the kind of strategy that they were pulling out. Triple sacred site. Nice little micro coming through. Horseman doing a really decent job. Scholar's also healing it up, and we do see the Khan go down. Sheep gonna be left alone. And Faye holding on a little bit longer. Still a distinct lack of spearmen coming out for Faye at this point. A lot of scholars in queue, up to 7 now. Those sacred sites keep ticking. 7 minutes, remember. Snooper did look to neutralize it in the center. Had to go back to deal with a raid. And the consequence of that was that the sacred site was held. So Snooper's on timer. We're on a timer right now. 13 traders. Building up a pretty decent economy behind this. Triple stable for him. We do see those sheep go down. slaughters the sheep and says, I can't be bothered with rather Faye slaughters the sheep. Says, I don't want to make the trek out here. I don't want to make a mill for you. And do we have some counter trade potentially coming in right now? Could you imagine if we saw Delhi trading? Man, the day I see Delhi trading, I will eat my shoe. It's a chocolate shoe. So you've been warned. You know what? I actually should get a chocolate shoe. Just so that I can eat it. Because I do eat my shoe quite a lot. At least I say I'm going to eat it a lot. Raid coming in. Arrow slits are through on these outposts. Not a lot of damage, but at least it's a little bit of a deterrent. Able to just clean up this position. We do see a Kurultai coming in once again for Snooper. It's going to be another Kurultai. The Kurultai is quite literally taking over the meta at the moment. It's slowly but steadily. As trade is stronger, we see the Kurultai increase in power. We saw Beastie get Kurultai the other day. Is Faye going to get Kurultai, and is it going to be a different outcome? That's the question. Because with this Kurultai coming up, it's going to offer an increase in damage. It's also going to give a nice heal to any units around when the Khan comes in range. Speaking of Khan, he has risen from the dead like a zombie. And the new age begins. House of Learning coming in from Faye. Very interesting position for her. House of Learning. Normally we would see the compound of the defender, so interesting to see that decision. A very long feudal age here, a lack of men-at-arms, a lack of horsemen, but by the same token, she's retained these sacred sites. She's done what she's needed to keep the sacred sites alive. Now up towards the north. She's under pressure. Needs to get these veterancy upgrades through soon. Snooper's already on the way. Veterancy horseman, veteran Mangadies. And now the sacred site in the north is getting neutralized. Is Faye going to be able to challenge it? It's a long way away for her troops to get here. The consequence of going for that infantry army and not having a gate on this side here would have bought you another 3 or 4 seconds. Sacred site needs to get in on top of it. Is she biding her time? Is she going to go? She needs to go. If she wants to go, she's got to go now. She's got to go now. Quickly, you got to get the charge off here. Does come in, deletes the wall. Pushes in. Age up about to come through. Holding on for dear life. Mangadai looking to try and battle it out. We enter into the cinematic mode so that we can witness this game, but the sacred site holds. Kurultai comes in, looking to plonk itself down. Not going to have a whole lot of luck. He gets a little bit closer. Snooper moving up. It's double heals right now. Heals on heals on heals. Kurultai coming in. Khan. Somewhere in there, I'm sure. There he is, I see. The first of the Lancers coming in through. Spearman. And take a look at all of the Delhi scholars on the backside healing. The sacred site holding for the moment. Still those archers teeing off towards the Khan, looking to focus down the Khan. As soon as the Khan goes down, all of that buff is going to be lost. But look at the amount of units coming out right now for Snooper. He is overwhelming this sacred site in the north, but he's going to have to fall back. It's not good. Faye doing a really decent job of defending. A great addition of spears, and the first of the Lancers makes its way through. Men-at-arms coming across the river, across the mountains. I'm sure they came across a river as well. It's a big map. It's a big map, but the numbers starting to look a little bit better for Snooper. Reinforcements coming in from the north for him as well. Ideally, you'd love to see a couple more spear on the backside for Faye. But still holding this sacred site. The Kurultai push. The eternal. The inevitable. The eventual Kurultai push. Still healing up like crazy. We can see the heals coming in from that Kurultai. This is how good the Kurultai is. Able to hold on against this Delhi mass. And it looks like Snooper will take the sacred site. And with taking the Snooper site, well, I guess we can call it the Snooper site now because it's Snooper's. But with taking this sacred site, almost guarantees Snooper a victory. He's up 30 economic population right now. Let's take a look at the resources. Snooper sitting on about 3,000 resources a minute. Compared over to Faye, who's sitting on just over 2,000. Looking to fight it out in the choke point. Probably not the wisest idea. Just wants to neutralize this sacred site. There was 2 minutes 40 remaining. It gets neutralized. And Snooper breathes a sigh of relief as he restores balance to the force. For anyone wondering, Snooper, his middle name is Ray. Last name, it is not Skywalker. It's a different one. Different person you're thinking of. But we do see some pretty decent trade happening for Snooper behind this. Up to 20 traders now. Still a single town center. Blacksmith going to be moving over. Expect to see improved siege engineering coming through for Snooper. So maybe a move to infantry. And indeed, it is a move to infantry. So a heavier focus on those crossbowmen. And the great thing about this now is Snooper doesn't even care about this sacred site. He can let this be captured. It doesn't bother him. You can take the sacred site for all I care. It's 150 gold. Doesn't mean anything to me. He captured it. He neutralized it. And he took it away from Faye, which meant that that sacred site timer has now reset. Sure, when she captures this, the sacred site timer will come back. But it doesn't matter because it's going to be stuck at 10 minutes. She's going to have to work all the way back down through those 10 minutes. And Snooper by then will be Imperial Age. He'll be very comfy. We can see there it comes in now. Get off my screen, please. Get off my screen. I want to watch. Thank you. Don't worry. It comes back for round 2. I think there's a way to trigger a round 2. It comes up, it says defend all sacred sites, and then it says take all sacred sites. But anyway. Lancer numbers starting to look good for Snooper. He's up to 14. Down towards his main base. Plenty of pastures here. The consequence of the recent nerfs to pasture means that he's going to have to make more pastures than normal. That is a small price to pay. Considering the trade that he's got back behind this. 182 gold coming through. Kurultai being repositioned. Gate being made on the front side. We can see that trench now starting to be built by Snooper. Moving into more crossbows, and that's definitely the right choice. Crossbow Knight, a great combo to be going here against Faye. Together with the trenches, with those Mongols building their siege out on the field, it makes it very, very difficult for Faye to deal with. Now, it definitely feels like at the moment, Snooper, a bit exposed on this south side. There's been a distinct lack of raiding coming through over here. You know, even can you imagine like 10-minute arms come through right now? And they do the charge, and then they just wall off this whole area. Snooper now investing in quite a bit of fortification down there. Realizing, you know, maybe Puppet Drungo's got it right. Maybe I'm pretty weak down here. A little bit of line of sight wouldn't go too far, because look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Like clockwork, ladies and gentlemen. Like clockwork. I can see it coming a mile away. I know what I'm talking about. I'm here all week trying to fish. First of the trebuchets is out, though. Gonna begin focusing down that trench. 90% chance of that shot hitting. 10% misses. It missed. That's a feels bad moment right there. And you know what else is a feels bad moment? When you send all your troops away. And you leave your trebuchet to die to all of the lancers. And look how many bloody lancers there are. 22 lancers for Snooper. Let's talk about this economy for a minute. More than 4,000 resources a minute compared to his opponent. Sitting on just over 2,500. Snooper miles ahead when it comes to the resource count this game. Springle numbers continuing to increase. Prayer Tan going to get thrown down on the front side here. And that raid is going to be going through. Lancers moving in onto villages. These guys yet to pick up their textiles. And now it's just an absolute feast on the traders here. Very well played by Faye to be going for this. You can see that at the moment, Snooper. 25 traders, but it's not going to matter right now. What's going to matter is this fight. Snooper just overwhelming his enemy. So many units here. Mangonel shots onto the back line. Where's that Kurultai? Get that Kurultai up here right now. We may see a second Kurultai game, but this could be a different outcome. And look at the numbers. It's just brutal. It is absolutely brutal. Now Snooper is completely crushing through Faye at this point. Mongol trade may just be the strongest trade in the game. Not only is it cheap, not only is it fast, because you've got the outpost giving you that YAM network, so allows them to stay alive a little bit longer, but it's also very, very strong. Extra resources coming in. Springald's now coming out for Faye. First one gets donated. Second one also going to get donated. It's a bad feeling when that happens. You get cleaned up like that. More spearmen coming to the front line. Crossbowmen going to be moving in, and it's going to be a good game. Snooper victorious. Kurultai victorious. Put that one up on the wall, Mum and Dad. Get the camera. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this casted game. Check out Snooper. Check out Faye. I'll leave links in the description of where you can catch them. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.